Carlos Alcaraz stepped onto center court today, carrying all the weight of expectation. The world number 2, fresh off a dominant clay season and holding a 20-match winning streak, faced 21-year-old wildcard Oliver Tarvet, ranked 733 in the world. Tarvet had grabbed headlines with a surprise win in the first round and drawn crowd support, but Alcaraz approached the match with steady intent. The match began with Alcaraz making a statement. He won the first set 6-1 in under 40 minutes, breaking Tarvet's serve multiple times and leaving no doubt about his form. Even when Tarvet managed to fight off breakpoints, Alcaraz responded swiftly with aggressive play and sharp shot making. In the second set, Tarvet produced the first real upheaval of the day by breaking early for a 2-0 lead, but true to champion form, Alcaraz responded immediately. He broke back to level the score and then seized control at 5-4, producing a crucial service break that sealed the set. His measured approach and ability to take control at key moments showed a higher level of focus and resilience. The third set followed a similar arc. Tarvet once again gained an early break, showing determination and skill on grass. Alcaraz, however, countered at 4-3, breaking serve and maintaining pressure until he served out the match. The final score read 6-1, 6-4, 6-4, with the entire contest lasting 2 hours and 18 minutes. This extended Alcaraz's win streak to 20 matches and confirmed he remains in top form. Throughout the match, Alcaraz recorded 37 winners and 6 service breaks. Tarvet earned 2 breaks, demonstrating his ability to challenge, but he couldn't convert that momentum into sustained pressure. His performance was a signal that his rise is for real, even if today was about Alcaraz confirming why he is a major favorite at this tournament. Not only did Alcaraz play well, but he also carried himself with the calm confidence of a champion. After the match, he shook hands with Tarvet and acknowledged his challenge with respect. It was a reminder that this was more than a win. It was a reaffirmation of his position at the top tier of men's tennis. With this victory, Alcaraz moves into the third round, where he will face the winner of the match between Felix Auger-Aliassime and Jan-Lennard Struff. The draw has begun to open up after a string of early exits by top seeds, and Alcaraz's performance today proved he is ready to capitalize. Carlos Alcaraz's straight sets win over Oliver Tarvet on July 2nd did more than keep his winning streak alive. It reshaped the tournament's narrative. Now firmly into the third round at Wimbledon, Alcaraz has reasserted his position as the player to beat. With stronger opponents ahead, it's time to dissect what this victory spells out for his title defense, the tournament's unfolding storyline, and how his peers and fans are reacting. First, what this says about Alcaraz. Fresh off Roland Garros and Queen's Club titles, he has proven again that he can shift mood mid-match. Twice today, Tarvet managed to break early, but Alcaraz rebounded both times, displaying a mental toughness that can pressure even top contenders. His shot making was clinical. 37 winners and 6 breaks is elite tennis, regardless of opponent ranking. He also took just over 2 hours to close out the win, efficient and focused, not wasting time when the moment demanded. This win underscores his status as the tournament favorite. With multiple top seeds already eliminated, the path ahead is theoretically easier, but mental fatigue is real. Pushing through continued pressure and crowds that expect excellence can be a silent hurdle. Still, Alcaraz has shown resilience not just with power and stroke craft, but with pieces of steadiness, qualities that could help him overcome fatigue and emerge in the final week. What stands out in Alcaraz's game is that he tends to struggle more against experienced players. Djokovic, for example, has handed him some tough losses, and even just 2 days ago, the 38-year-old Fognini pushed him to the limit. His matches are always entertaining and nerve-wracking for his fans. He's incredibly fast and electric, but his aggressive movement and shot-making can leave him exposed. He opens up the court in ways that skilled opponents can punish. In contrast, players like Sinner or Djokovic often take a more suffocating approach, slower, more calculated, using a variety of shots to control and dismantle their opponents point by point. Even today, Alcaraz's aggressive approach on serve gave Tarvet several chances to break, but despite the openings, Alcaraz showed why he's at the top of the tennis world right now. Every time it seemed like Tarvet might gain the upper hand, Alcaraz stepped up, saving breakpoints and calmly taking control of the crucial moments. That said, Tarvet delivered a truly impressive performance. He's not a professional player yet and is still competing at the college level, but his stamina, composure, and creative shot selection stood out against the world number 2. For someone ranked outside the top 700, he held his ground remarkably well. The match was a clear reminder of how fine the margins in tennis really are. There was hardly a visible difference that matched the ranking gap. Few other sports allow for such close competition between athletes ranked so far apart. Looking ahead at his likely matchup in round 3, the winner of Felix Auger-Aliassime versus Jan-Lennard Struff. Auger-Aliassime is a powerful athletic player with strong grass skills. Struff brings raw power and quick reflexes. Whoever steps out of that match will be a measured step up for Alcaraz. Unlike Tarvet, these opponents won't go away after a break or two. They'll stay aggressive and financially score off any sign of weakness. For Alcaraz, it's about maintaining momentum and refining focus on the next challenge. What this means for the rest of the draw, with seeded players like Medvedev, Rune, Zverev, and Tiafoe already dumped out, the tournament is wide open. It's a surprising turn, not because Alcaraz looks less dominant, but because others faltered. Now the focus tightens around him and Sabalenka on the women's side. For viewers and analysts alike, the conversation shifts. Is Wimbledon turning into Alcaraz versus the field? Or does someone unexpected have the firepower to disrupt his run? Beyond performance, storylines are evolving. Tarvet's appearance as a college wildcard, especially under NCAA rules limiting earnings, is resonating. He played aggressively and earned applause, turning into a talking point about underdog routes and amateur athletes breaking into pro tennis. His loss today could be the spark that ends up reshaping how young players view the path to professional success, and put a spotlight on Alcaraz's response. A gracious champion extending respect while maintaining authority. Long-term narratives thrive on contrast, star versus everyman, greatness versus possibility. Today's story added both dimensions, and tennis fans must be sure that this won't be the first time we hear from Tarvet, as his talent is evident. From a psychological viewpoint, Alcaraz reinforced key traits. He's not a flat streak monster, he's a playing it point-by-point competitor. He didn't run through Tarvet, but he earned his place at every turn, responding to adversity with reminders of why he's number 2 in the world. This mental framing is crucial. At smaller tournaments, he can bulldoze weaker opponents, but he's at a Grand Slam where every player fights deep. Heading into August and the US Open, this kind of match builds confidence that he's battle ready week after week, and even match after match on center court itself. What to watch next? His third-round opponent will test his adaptability. If he, like many before him, holds serve tightly, the match will lean on who steps up in break moments. Tactics like attacking weaker backhands, using slice to break rhythm, and wearing down longer rallies could turn into wheels within his grass court machine. Broader interest now shifts to how Alcaraz handles wind, heat, and crowd pressure deep in the draw. Wimbledon's unpredictability, grass, weather changes, and late-night matches test everything. By mid-tournament, players also feel physical strain. For Alcaraz, momentum builds, but it's what he does with it now that counts. Will he turn into a tournament finisher, or simply the player who gets here too often without pushing past? For fans and pundits, today confirmed one thing: he's tuned in. The question has moved from will he win today to can he win it all again? And while that's great for neutral fans, it inevitably places him under the microscope. Every double fault and every late swing will be dissected, but he showed us two things today: he can handle expectation and he can reset when tested. In short, Carlos Alcaraz's season isn't just hot, it's historic. Winning today kept the streak going, but more importantly, it recalibrated the narrative. His Wimbledon story isn't just in the rackets and the stats, it's in how he reacts to adversity, how he handles being the favorite, and how he fights those who don't bend easily. 7 wins stand between him and the title. For now, there's no sign he's slowing down.